Oh, yo, look towards the darkness.
Nah, yo, look towards the light.
Yo, what the? Yo, what is that? I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta catch my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now. You goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning. Road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come
I gotta hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 down. I can conquer any style. Victory is in me now. My time is now. Who said it was later? It comes natural. I got a competitive nature. Look at the guys that I'm coming. They be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they've been ducking me. You see lots of them.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. Looking at the Nets, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Derrick Rose is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Monroe in at the center position.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And he's good on the second. Bucks on defense. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Three-pointer. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they got that second chance by virtue of forcing the overtime, and then things really swung in their favor after that. Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Rose kicks to Clarkson, out to Monroe. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one comes up a bit short. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Big Dog. And a miss there on the triple.
You can't get into much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Not a fast start for the Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Now here's Rose. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Minnesota.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Big Dog. Bangs home the trifecta. Big Dog's got 9 points.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Big Dog. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 6. Outside Rose. A rebound by Young. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Young with the steal. Ahead, the finish. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Rose, good.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
There's Big Dog. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Miami. Lopez outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. There's Big Dog. He's covered by Rose. And again, another one in from Big Dog. Big Dog's got 13 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Rose kicks to Antetokounmpo. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. And the shot is good. Rose has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing.
He put up about 13 points a game last season, 8 rebounds, then 4 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, he realizes his role. I mean, rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else is a bonus.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Lopez. Jeff Withey comes in for Young, and it's Bogdanovich in for Hollis Jefferson. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And the Bucks with possession here after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Clarkson, and another basket for Milwaukee.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Here's Big Dog, 16 points for him. Banked in off the glass. Big Dog's got 18 points in the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
In transition, here come the Nets.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Here's Clarkson after the basket by Brooklyn. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. McGee with the block, and they get it back. An even 3-on-3 break.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. There's Rose with the 3, and it would have counted had it fallen.
Ladies and gentlemen, go Brooklyn Nets! Ladies and gentlemen, go.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Harris is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Rose. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So it's the Bucks now, down by 15. And here's Rose. Just 5 to shoot.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat made some terrific plays. He picked up 18 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. His great outing kept the team's hot streak going in what has been a strong stretch of games for this team. We'll see if they can continue that here, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Big Dog. Nurkic, Milwaukee. No good that time either.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. Fifth best, the Bucks.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Lopez is checked in for JaVale McGee. Young is subbed in for McCollum. Monroe's checked in for the Bucks. Stolen by Rose. It's tipped. Here's Big Dog. He's covered by Rose. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Parker's checked in for Tobias Harris. The Bucks shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Nets leading by 16. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Big Dog. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Big Dog. He's got 21 points, and he's drained 4 three-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Over in the corner, Rose. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Big Dog. Rebound, Milwaukee.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Rose dishes to Monroe. Misses from close range.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense. What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
So it's the Bucks now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And Brooklyn making a change here. McRae's checked in. Here's Big Dog. And that one's good.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. That's good from Big Dog. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now Rose. He's got 12. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. Good D by Lopez.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Big Dog. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Big Dog. That's tipped. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Finished off the break. Big Dog's got 26.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Parker with no one around. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Parker's got his first basket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Dishes to Monroe. Here's Parker. The rebound by Young. Nets leading by 20. Here's Big Dog. Shot no good. Good work defensively by Monroe.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Rose a screen on Young. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Big Dog. And it's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Here's Clarkson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Clarkson's got his second basket of the game. Here's Big Dog. He's got 29 points. Lets it go from 11, and the shot is good. Big Dog's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
There's Big Dog. He has 31. He gets it up. No good trying to beat the buzzer. So as we conclude the first half,
Kevin, we have Brook.
welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Big Dog in at point guard. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's McCray, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Young, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low, teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Now, here's Clarkson, and it's sent back by Lopez. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Six to shoot. Screen by Monroe. Here's Antetokounmpo. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. There's the pass to Big Dog. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lopez a screen. Big Dog the pass to Young. Goes up on the block, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach from Milwaukee was getting across in their huddle. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. It's the Nets now, following the miss by Derrick Rose. It's tipped. Young dishes to McGee. Three-pointer, and that is good. 34 points for Freak.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Rose kicks to Monroe. Pass to Parker. Screen by Monroe. Parker dishes to Monroe. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
lets it go from deep, but they'll get another chance. Young, good work defensively by Monroe.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here's Rose. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Rose passes to Parker. Fires from 14. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Here's Young. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
No good.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that's turnover number 2 on.
Bucks trail by 21. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Robinson is out there with Nurkic. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Harris. And it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Harris a screen on Lopez. There's a screen by Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, Brooklyn with the rebound. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Big Dog. Jacks up a 3. That's good. Big Dog's got 37.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Harris from 16 feet away, he cans it.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. There's Big Dog. Kicks it to Lopez. Out to the wing. There's Big Dog, guarded by Harris. Pass to Big Dog. And it's good. With time running down to the shot clock. Big Dog's got 39.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Here's Harris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Weber comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Here's Big Dog. Meeks with the steal. The feed to Weber. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Big Dog.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here is Harris. Inside, Robinson kicks to Baines. From downtown, and that's good. Jody Meeks for 3.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Big Dog, guarded by Weber. No good from Big Dog. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Feeds to Baines. Trying to find Weber. He's got it now. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Big Dog. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Big Dog's got 44.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, go!
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Parker comes in for Thomas Robinson. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Meeks. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Weber. Now, here's Rose. A rebound by Brooke Lopez. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCray. The Nets working the ball around now. Young in the corner. The pass to Big Dog. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lopez a screen. Here's the triple. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now here's Rose. And the Bucks miss again.
You can see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that three, but just didn't get it to go.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Parker dishes to Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall. Brooklyn with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Big Dog. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now here's Rose following the miss by Freak. Right wing. Here's Hamilton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No good from Big Dog.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Here's Baines. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Big Dog. From deep. He cans that one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up, and tonight that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.